There are several things you're going to need to do this Gilley layout thing. You are going to need to have heavy cardstock. Designer papers are not sturdy enough for this layout. They will, after about the 4th or 5th time that you open layout, the paper is going to tear. So you have to have heavy duty cardstock. Okay, I'm going to show you the supplies that you're going to need. You're going to need 2 12 by 12 cardstock papers, and you're going to have 2 additional 12 by 12. I have used cardstock. You can use designer paper. At this point, this part does not matter. This is absolutely essential. And you can have some other coordinating colors that will go along with your background papers. And when you choose your background papers, whichever way you want to do it, I have chosen this Western theme paper, whether it goes with my photos or not, because where these photos are, is at an Old West place called Rawhide, outside of Phoenix, between Chandler and Maricopa, Arizona. So it's an Old West town, and I have chosen Western style paper. The next item you're going to need is sticky strip. And this is a really good strong adhesive, or you can use white tacky glue of whatever kind in an area where I'm going to show you where you're going to need the glue. And it's going to be a light coating. You're not going to get heavy-handed, and you're not going to have so much of it on that it squeezes out. Double-sided sticky tape from Scotch or whatever in these dispensers. This stuff is not going to be used on the background. You need some heavy-duty stuff. You can use these other items, snail adhesive, or one of these adhesive guns, or an ATC, or I think that's ATG, whatever that big dispenser is, or one of these dispensers, or the double-sided sticky tape for the photos and putting and mounting the mats and whatever. But for the construction of the bottom, you have to have a heavy-duty tape. You're going to need a bone folder for this. You're going to need a paper trimmer to cut the 12 by 12 paper. Now we'll go to the photos. If you have a photo like this with just one person or maybe a couple of people, whatever, you can use this. You'll need to cut away all of this extra stuff. And this will be what will go in the corner. I'll show you in just a minute. Alright, and to prove to you that this will fit in a 12 by 12 photo album, here it is. It's in there. I had to take this paper out, but both sides show up, so it will fit entirely. You don't have to do any cutting or anything to get it to fit. It will fit in your 12 by 12 photo album. When you have a photo like this, this will need to be cut to no larger than 2.5 by 2.5. You can use your ruler to find out where the 2.5 inches would be, which is right there. So it will get the top of this guy's head as well as his feet will fit in there. And 2.5, so this whole person will fit in one of these squares, and there will be an additional 1/8 inch surround around the outside. You can mat it then. The ones that will be fitting in here need to be landscape. Okay, this is us in our working mode. I would not be able to use this photo because it is larger than 2.5 wide. Now what did I do with my ruler? Oh, here it is right here. The bottom of the photo up to the top of my husband's head is a little over 3 1/8. So about 3 1/4. So I would have to cut off that much of the photo and up here at the top, so no one would really know what's going on with these two people. Whoops, turn it this way. You can probably get away with a photo like this and just cut their feet off. But photos like this will work really good. 2.5 inches. You can keep the name of the place up there and go 2.5 inches down, and it'll probably, or you can just take this, all of this here. But your photos need to be landscape for the biggest part of it. Those are some things to remember when you are picking out your photos, when you're trying to get them ready for this layout and deciding which ones you want to use. If you're going to do a layout of a soccer team or a softball team or whatever sport that your child is in, or ballet or a dance or something, just remember, if you're going to pick one person out, then make sure that when you take them out that it's okay. It still needs to be 2.5 inches tall by 2.5 inches wide. So if you want the person's feet in there as well as their head, then you might have to find a different photo with them a further distance away.